Hi, and welcome to the ARP tutorial series brought to you by profnyan, TO98 and me, Xenoras. Today, we are hopping into Core. Since that's a chapter you don't usually play in any percent, and it's also at the very end of an ARP run, make sure you practice this chapter enough before doing full runs. You don't want to lose a PP piece here. I will show you the strats I use to get a sub 5 core, which is sufficient for a sub 60 ARP run. However, there are a lot of faster strats in this chapter, but they often require a higher level of skill, so I will show you the mix of consistency and speed I was going for. As always, feel free to take whatever works for you from this video and ignore the rest. Two quick things to mention. We assume that you are familiar with core block mechanics and the general mechanics of core. Also, we will not go into detail on how to do the infamous ice skip. I will only show you what it looks like. If you want a detailed explanation, please watch the separate video we made for that. You can find it in the description. Alright, let's start. In the first screen, you want to skip the cutscene and do an extended hyper into right dash to skip the next cutscene. Now you want to set up a wave dash, which you do by doing an extended hyper and a wave dash before the transition. And here you do a long wave dash before the gap and two quick wave dashes after the gap in the ground. Then just bunny hop and upright 2 times to get on top of this pillar. We want to set up another wave dash, which you do by doing a full jump over here. Then 2 climb jumps, get the crystal, do an upright dash and a right dash to get a super from the ground. Like this. Now this screen has a very cool mechanic. You can actually preserve your momentum through cutscenes. And we are doing this by doing a wave dash into corner boost and then down right into the cutscene. And then we get some speed when we get out of it. Like this. Here we just wave dash. Okay, the next couple of screens are not too bad. You want to start off by doing an extended hyper right as you pass this little stone here in the background. You want to jump very late to make it all the way to the zipper over there. Then you launch yourself up and do a wave dash bunny hop to skip the whole gap on the right. The next screen is cycle based, so I cannot really slow down, but I show you what to do. It's very easy. You just jump up to the crystal and do it down right to a wave dash, then up right 2 times and 2 times right dash. Upright, upright, right, right. That's it. Similar thing in the next screen, only that you want to do a demo hyper from this core block. Oh, if you don't get it like I did, just get up there and save yourself. But it should look like this. But it should look like this. So from here, just climb up and do this normally. That's right here, an extended hyper. And now I will show you ice skip. I will not explain the details, but the idea is that we use the speed of the core block to launch us all the way to the left side to get a berry without switching to ice first. Hence the name. So if you want to know how to do it in detail, please watch the video in the description. Next skip is done by jumping into the crystal, doing an up and 2 upright dashes. You want to jump right in the middle of the crystal. And then it's consistent every time. In the next screen, you want to dash left as soon as you come out of the transition. and you want to jump left a little when you go into it, so you get a cycle. So what I just did was letting myself get launched up and do little neutral jumps in between the zippers. Neutral, and here you want to do an upright and up dash into a wall bounce, like this. Okay. In the next screen, when you come out with the wall bounce, you're around the height of the crystal, so you upright and up dash and land on a core block. The core block then launches you up all the way to the top to the switch. Then you land on the ice block, jump over to the bumper and climb to the end of the screen. So in full motion it looks like this. And that's the second checkpoint. Okay, now comes the more tricky part of core, the hot and cold checkpoint. So for the first room, you want to wave dash upright to get a crystal, and then you want to wave dash and wall bounce from these ice blocks. It's easier to just hold right when you are on the spring here to wave dash from like first third, the end of the first third of the ice block. That should you line up more easily to get a wall bounce. As you saw, it's kind of tricky. That's not quite it, but it's enough. So, and here you want to grab roughly around where I am. A little more down would be more optimal, because this core block should throw you all the way to the transition on the right. And to get most momentum, you need to hit jump and hold right at the end of the core block. So when a core block explodes. Okay, let me try this again. Yeah, this was the wall bounce we're looking for. And this is the launch. The next room is cycle based, and you want to do extended hyper into upright to the first crystal. As soon as you grab it, do one right dash and two uprights to the switch. Now you're at the switch, but we need to go back because there's a berry in the previous room. So we just dash one time left and then hop over the ice blocks to get all the way to the left. It's most optimally if you catch crystal here, but it might happen that you're too fast and you're faster than the crystal spawns. Don't worry, it's still fine, you can jump all the way to the left. You just wall bounce up. So, now comes the probably trickiest berry in all of Celeste. I want to show you the fastest strat I figured out, but it's probably best if you take my strat more like a suggestion and try to figure out a way you're comfortable with in this room, because it is not at all consistent. What I try to do is do a wave dash, hit the middle bumper here, then go over to the left, a second time to the middle, then to the right, and upright to the berry. Not quite, but I got it. So, you can either do one neutral on the right side, sometimes it's enough, sometimes it's not. It's safer to just jump one time to the left side and do another neutral, so that you're getting the berry 100%. Now you just let yourself fall down in a straight line and tap right at the end to hit the left side of the right bumper. Oh, that was a little late. Try this again. As you can see, this room is just not at all consistent. Okay, this is how it should look like. Okay, I'm not getting it if I pause. Yeah. So now you have one dash left, and this is probably optimal now because the the third bumper here will launch me all over to the left, and the goal is to dash into the first bumper again, like this, so that you can land over here and don't need to go to the up left ice walls there. Okay, yeah, this room, as I said, is tricky, so try to find a way that's comfortable for you. Moving on, we want to do a reverse wave dash into the next room, and then just dash here one time and you're all the way over. You can, however, hit the first ice block perfectly and you will get a little speed boost. Ah, that's not it. If you don't get it, don't worry, just do what I did. Dash, there it was. You can do this. Yeah, okay. This was the perfect way to do it. Somehow, if you hit these ice blocks correctly, then you get this boost, this little boost, and you can get it 2 times in this room, like I just did. And then you wave dash from the ice block at the end. Here you want to extended hyper, climb up, dash up right, and here another tricky part comes up. This core block should throw you all the way up to the switch, and then you make your way around to the right side of the bumper without using a dash. That's not quite the right side. You really need the rightmost side to get a boost, which launches you all the way to this ice block here. Because what you can do now is a wave dash and an up dash to the crystal, and then you tap the bumper and get a berry. Like this. As soon as you grab the berry, let yourself fall and do a wave dash to the end of the room. So, coming up is a very infamous room. This one. As you can see, it is cycle based. But don't worry, there's a very consistent cycle here, which is not too hard to learn. You want to start off with an extended hyper, and then jump off those ice blocks in a very specific manner. The important thing to know is that your jump height depends on how long you hold jump after reaching one of those ice blocks. So the longer you hold jump, the higher you jump off such an ice block. And we want to hold jump for every ice block except the third one. So I show you what it looks like. Hold, hold, tap, up right, hold, down right, hold, 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 and then left and up left. This is not at all as hard as it looks. You just need to do it 2 or 3 times and then you get it every time. Hold, hold, tap, up right, hold, down right, hold, 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 left and up left. And that's it. Quite easy actually. Here you just wave dash and upright to the berry and collect it. Or if you want to take it a little faster then you can try to corner boost. Like this, which should get you the berry sometimes. Well, whatever. Try it out, it's not important. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, like this. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's probably better to collect it up here, because in the next screen we want to do a wave dash and corner boost immediately, which might kill you, so better collect a berry here. As I said, wave dash and corner boost. Yeah, if you hold right for a little, when you come down, it lines you up every time to get a corner boost. This screen is easy, just dash right 3 times. And this is the hot and cold checkpoint. So now we come to the hardest part in core. The first section of Heart of the Mountain, which is notoriously bad because it has cycles in almost every room, and there can be a lot that can go wrong. So for the most rooms I will probably show you not only the entry cycle but also the death cycle, so that you know what you need to do if you die. The first room, however, is quite easy. You just hyper bunny hop and then do up left up to land on the zipper here. The zipper shall fling you up into the next screen, and it's important that you do a transition wall bounce here. You do that by just holding grab through the transition and then hit jump as soon as the transition ends. And yeah, after that you just up right and up dash so that you wall bounce from this block here. Let's do it again. Here it is important that you land on the little platform here, like this, because you need 2 climb jumps to make it all the way to the crystal up there. After you get the crystal, you want to make another 3 climb jumps and then jump to the left, like this. Okay. Was not perfect since I need to do that out of motion. Yeah, then you do what I just did. You do 2 up left dashes and do a little corner kick of this corner here. You do that by pushing and holding your second jump button as soon as you hit this corner, and it should work. Let's do it again. Yep. You can also try to make it without the corner. This is too hard for you. Can happen that you need to jump a little weird here, but it works. So from here now, if you die it's basically the same, only that you need to wait a little for the flame there, either the way I did it with being slow on a grab, but yeah, that's basically it. The next part is easy. You just hold the zipper until after it ends, and then you jump to make it up here without climbing. Then a quick jump and fling yourself up here. The next room is also very tricky. So I will show you the entry cycle, and which is probably more important, the death cycle. So for the entry cycle, you dash right and up, and with this up dash you want to do a wall bounce. I will probably not get it now. No. And as soon as you get the crystal, you want to dash up right, do a climb jump and a wall bounce. So upright, wall bounce, upright. Okay, doing and talking at the same time is hard. Again. Yeah, like this. And then you can just up dash, which is quite easy. It's important that you end like this. On either of the walls, it doesn't matter, but you need to have your jump, your dash. So one time again. So this is the faster cycle, and the death cycle looks similar, only that you don't wall bounce, but do this. So except for instead of wall bouncing, you just climb up and jump. Or jump. Oh, okay. This was a bit weird because the cycle's already running. Wait, it should work. Here we go. Here we don't go? What is this? Oh, don't say the cycle is different every time. Yeah, but you get the gist of it. Okay, now it works. From here, you want to transition wall once again. Therefore, you need to dash into the transition and hit jump as soon as the transition ends. Then just up right, up, and up left as soon as you hit the crystal to land on the ice block here, and then wall bounce. And you just need to climb. With this crystal, there are two possibilities. The safer one is just dash up and up left and fling yourself to the right side, or you can just up left and then make a wall bounce like this. So this is the probably faster version. For the death cycle, you do the same. And oh, I wanted to show you the other version. Like this. This is the more consistent, easier version, but it's also a little slower. So now for the next room. For the next room, you don't want a transition wall bounce, you just want to get a speed from the zipper. And then you dash up and just climb. Here, wait, up again, up dash, then you land here, and now you can just go for it, jump right and dash up, and it should work. Like this. So again, bring yourself up dash, climb, wait a second, jump again, 2 up dashes, and up we go. You don't need to preserve your dash here. So what you do if you die, you just need to wait for the flames and it should be fine. The ending is the same. What is important here is that you get on the left side, because you need to be on the left side for the next screen. The next screen is also tricky. You want to do a full height wall bounce and jump over the ice blocks like this. Then you can skip the crystal and just dash up here. So again, bring yourself up, full height wall bounce. The full height wall bounce is important to get the cycle consistently so that you don't accidentally jump into a flame. And it's also important for the last 3 ice blocks I just jumped off, that you hold jump for them. This is important. So what you do if you die, basically the same. Only that the cycle is a little less fast. As you can see, the ice is creeping up more than before, faster than before. The next screen is easy because there is no death cycle. Death cycle and life cycle or entry cycle are the same here. You do a climb jump from the left block here, wall bounce from the one above it, and then just dash up to the dash crystal here. Dash up left, fling yourself over, jump and get a berry, and that's it. Easy. The important thing now is that you make sure that you collect the berry here. You don't want to die with this berry, so really make sure to stay on the ground for enough frames to collect it. And apart from that, you just want to go right, jump up on the platform, hitting the switch of course, and dash up 2 times. Then full height jump, so holding jump again for those, and all the way to the left here. Now what you want to do is hold yourself, or hold the zipper until the end here, jump, and dash up, right, and up. So you can ignore the core block. Then you want to climb fast to make it so that you can do that. This is the best cycle you can get here, probably. Or maybe if you're very brave you can do another one also. This was bad. Doesn't matter if you stay within the blocks or use the wall on the left side. But this is it for the first half. The second half of this checkpoint is finicky but not as punishing as those rooms. Alright, to start off the last checkpoint you want to dash twice immediately against this wall. You can either do this out of jumping, doesn't really matter, as long as you immediately dash a second time. Take the dash crystal and then do either an extended hyper or demo hyper over this gap. Those bumpers and the block as you should. Take the switch and now you can ignore all the ice blocks down there because you saved your dash, and you can demo hyper over this gap. You can also do a little bunny hop as soon as you hit the switch to land within here. Next room is just an extended hyper into dash, 2 climb jumps and 2 dashes, nothing special. Now as soon as you enter the next room you want to hyper and hold and run right and jump over the gap like this, because now you can wave dash here and you get the whole room quite fast. The next room is a little tricky. You want to do a demo block hyper from this core block, and you do this by landing around here on the block and hypering. Just normal hyper input. Then you can wall bounce, let yourself fall, get a crystal and hang onto here. From here do 2 quick climb jumps and a right dash. Then just dash right and go up here as usual. Now comes the feather room. You just hyper and do clean feather movement. Nothing special here. Nothing you can really change except for how you move with the feather. Because the less you move, the better it is. Now for the last important room, you need to enter with a wave dash. It is cycle based, so I will just show you how to do it first. So this is how it looks like. This is how it should look like. You do this by wave dashing, getting the boost, oh, damn it. Wave dash bunny hop, and just run. As soon as you land here, you can hyper bunny hop again to get a cassette. One important thing to know is that you need to get used to the death cycle here. The death cycle is kinda hard because those cassette blocks here are on a global timer, so they don't care if you die or not. They are not the same every time. So it's best to figure out a way to deal with them. Either wait for a specific point until you move, or just try to make the best out of the cycle. So either you try to get the same cycle as the one that you should get in the entry, like I did now, or you can also try to make something like this, which is a lot slower, but it works. You don't really need to go fast here as soon as you don't die. Dying is way more punishing than waiting a second. So now for the last room. It doesn't look that hard, but you can save or lose a lot of time here depending on how you move. For now you just want to wave dash, and here you actually want to ultra from the second block, and you land up here in the best case. So let's try again. Oh yeah, you use a second dash like this, then you land up here. From here you just do the same basically, only that you fall a bit. And now at the end, I will not teach you the super fast ultra strat. I don't even know how to do it, but there's another fast strat you can do, which is just wave dashing, ultra dashing from the first, let yourself slide on the third one, and then do another ultra here. So out of motion, it looks like this, and it's also quite fast. And that is all for the core ARP tutorial, and now you should know everything you need to make a nice sub 60 ARP run. Good luck.